Hi, this is Tome of Gems. I hope you're doing really well. Thanks for clicking on this video. Today we have a Tome of Replay Analysis, Episode 3, for a healer round. So the goal of this video is to review my gameplay, talk about the overall strategies that my team is enacting, and hopefully we'll learn something. For myself personally, recording runs and watching them back is the best way to learn. And if you're not recording your runs and you want to get better at Barbarian Assault, I highly recommend you download OBS and start recording every time you play. If nothing crazy happens, you can just always delete it. But hey, if you have a good run, maybe you're working on a certain strategy and you want some pointers, guys, just record it. And that's the best way to learn. So that's what I recommend. That's what I'm doing here. Let me know if you'd like me to review your VODs. I'm happy to do that. Thus far, I've only reviewed my own, but hey, if you want me to look over something, I love doing this, so please let me know. So starting off, we're doing a full send run, which means we're doing the fastest possible strategies. These first few waves, I'm going to be talking about some of the healer basics. This tile I just clicked, this is where I'm going to have every single wave. This is a healer slide tile that I use, and it allows me on the run up to click on healers that are lured to the east here in a timely manner, and it also allows me the path north to poison the next healer. And you'll find that backing up here. I always click on a certain position. So where Big Boy is positioned here is 2 tiles south of my character and 3 tiles to the east. This, if you place your cursor here and click right when the wave starts, this is going to path you right in front of the dispenser. And where D1 is positioned is where the dispenser is. So this is another great beginner's tip for you. If you are learning healer, then I highly recommend you start by placing your cursor in this area to prepare for the next wave. So you'll see I'm ready to go. I click right onto the healer slide tile. I highlight my food and I right click the healer. You're going to see me do this start pretty much every wave. It's the best way to be prepared to run whatever strategy it is that you're doing. And you're basically gonna run that every single time. And you'll notice a few tiles that I have marked here. I like personally to have my tiles not very intrusive. I like when they kind of blend into the background, but they're still, I know which tiles I've marked, so I don't like when they're intrusive. This tile I have marked here is very important for healers specifically. It allows you to poison a fresh spawn right away. And then if you stand 1 east of it, that is where you're going to poison healers after waiting for 1 tick. And that's something you'll see on wave 4. All right, but wave 1 is very simple. Nothing to really worry about. You're just finishing up by 30 seconds. All right, and we are running green eggs here. So all I need to do is block the last runner to make sure he doesn't walk out of render distance. It's really the only early egg strategy that you have to worry about as the healer. Green 3 is another exception, but with some of the permalist strategies that are being run these days, it actually doesn't require a block from the healer. So you'll see me stand here. I'm going to wait to see which direction the runner moves. In this case, he goes south, so I'm going to follow him. And together with the main D1, we create a really nice trap. So it's going to guarantee that off screen at the west cannon, the defender and collector can shoot without the runner leaving their render distance. So very cool trap by D1 here. I love seeing the innovations. And here we go. I position my cursor. I'm clicking. I do a little OS call, and I click the healer tile. You're going to see me do this literally every single time. All right, you highlight the food, you click the healer, and then I'm moving immediately north to position myself for the next healer. We just need 6 food on this guy to make sure he dies in time for the healer to spawn at 24 seconds. But this is wave 3. There isn't too much of a burden on the healer. These early waves really come down to the defender and the collector killing the runners in time. So this is a great time for you to relax, grab a snack. Again, see that positioning? We click, and I'm doing an OS call. Just running straight up. Again, you see me do the exact same start every time. And for wave 4, the code is 254, so I'm putting 5 here. We have plenty of time, nothing to worry about. We're putting our food on this guy, and we are going to find the healer spawn at 30 seconds. We're going to wait 1 tick and poison, and we're going to put 7 on him. Very nice block by the collector. The best part about advanced teams is you get all sorts of luxury blocks and lures. It allows you as the healer to be very confident in getting your code off. And getting into wave 5 here, again, you see me position my cursor here. You see me do this every single wave. This, if you're learning to heal, this is one of the #1 tips I can give you. Now, getting into wave 5, we're going to do the first big skill check of the run, which, spoiler alert, I completely fail. We're going to do a 6x with an ALK, and the goal is to end the wave at 45 seconds. You'll see me examine the dispenser. So if you examine the dispenser, it happens to the best of us, but just follow my lead here and just get your stocks done. You know, don't go on tilt, but see how I use the slide tile to position myself right next to that healer. In this case, I am late, so my main goal is to recover this wave at this point. And even though things have gone bad, I got the spawn out and I'm keeping the blocks. So guys, don't panic if you're late, if your code has gone wrong. Just stay calm, dance between these 2 tiles, keep your healers blocked and under control, and you're going to minimize any time loss. So I end up killing the healers at 48 seconds, so it was only 3 seconds lost. Not the end of the world, honestly. I didn't call the wave end time, so the main doesn't force it. It's really my own fault. I didn't communicate. It can be difficult to type when you're in a situation where you're already behind, so it is what it is. I mean, 52 seconds, 52.8 is not the end of the world. I mean, it is 7.8 seconds lost when you consider I'm going for 45. So I already, in my head, I'm like, all right, some pressure's off. I've lost a significant amount of time here, but it's all good. We can still get a great run. So we're just going to enjoy ourselves and get as good of a run as possible. And that's another thing with healing, especially when you get involved with some faster strategies. Just keep a level head. I mean, have a good time. That's what Barbarian Assault's all about. Just enjoy yourself. Have fun with all the homies running BA speeds with you. That's really the best part of RuneScape. So don't worry about it so much. Just do your code, get the best possible time. That's my next tip for all you healers getting started out there. So we're going into wave 6. We're doing another full team advanced strategy called 57-6. So it's wave 6, and we want the wave to end at 57 seconds, hence the name. So I'm going to do a 3x stock. Again, I'm positioning my mouse right here. The dispenser will be here, and I'm ready to grab it by the collar. You'll see when I right click it, I do it kind of downwards and to the left. And it's like I grab it, I click, and I'm grabbing it, and I'm ready to like figure out, is it worms, tofu, or meat? So you'll see me click very confidently, grab it, and we are getting a very clean stock. And we're repositioning our food here. But you see I click on the tile, same tile every time. I have the food highlighted. We're putting 3 on. And listen, we're always dancing between these 2 spots. If you want to become an advanced healer, you need to learn how to do this little dance. These 2 tiles are your best friends. So we're putting a lot of food down here. We do get the code off. We didn't get any bounces, so we're running back and we're going to get a 4x restock of tofu. We're going to click onto this file, which is going to line us up to do a little scoopity-doop onto a healer that is lured by our collector. This part's really fun. I love doing this. So I click in a specific time and bloop, there it is. One of the most satisfying parts of the healer round is that little floop-de-doo right there. If you didn't have a reason to get good at healer before, you have one now, just so you can get one of those on video. And again, we are positioning our cursor, we grab it, and we're stocking 3 tofus. You can click with confidence because you have some consistency. You know exactly where you're going to be positioned. Speaking of positioning, I'm just going to go back 1 second here. So on wave 7, my advanced healers out there, if you're learning your overstock codes on wave 7 and you're extending the wave, one of the best tips I can give you, click on the southwest tile to the trap. I remember flashcards told me this when I was learning, and it's a game changer. Instead of fumbling around, you don't know where to click on the southwest tile. It's going to path you and line you up nicely to poison the healer that's coming down onto the collector. Collector lures the healer into this little cubby. He runs up, or she, and gets red eggs or green and blue eggs, and they come down to convert. I'm getting a little off topic here, but yeah, for healers, click the southwest tile. You're going to watch me line up on this file. I'll be able to poison this guy and run along my merry way. All right, and now this is something a lot more advanced. I would just like to give a shout out to B5, who made a really cool video on NPC pathing mechanics and behaviors. It's called Residual Destinations. I can't stress how marginal of an optimization this is, but it's so cool. I had to put it in my game plan. On wave 7 specifically, you can do it in other spots like on wave 10. It actually has quite a lot of applications. Really, anytime you're able to stand on this tile and approach a healer from spawn, this could be useful if you have time. So when this healer spawns, it targets me on this tile. So instead of running up to this tile where the healer targets me and has an opportunity to insta-bounce, I'm going to marginally decrease the chance of that happening by delaying the poison spray by 1 tick. And the way you do that is simply stand here. And you're going to click your food, red X click, and meet the healer in the middle. You're going to see it takes a little tiny bit longer for him to poison me. And here's a little bit troll. He joins the pile again, and the timing was a little bit awkward. So my right click goes onto the unintended healer, and it pulls me away, and I fall behind here. But this is another example where you just need to keep a level head and do the best you can with the situation. I'd also like to give a shout out to the defender here, Big Boy, who does a great pinch to keep the repoison healer lured. This is the 24-second spawn here. It's typically going to be lured on the defender, and if your healer is late, guys, if you're a defender, this is a great optimization you can do, but make sure that you've lured the 42-second spawn before you do this. Otherwise, he could go west onto the main. All right, so what I don't realize at this very moment is because of how late I am, the 42-second healer is stacked under this guy. He's stacked and I can't see him because he hasn't been poisoned. So the defender actually makes a great call here. He says under, which alerts me to the fact that there's an unpoisoned healer stacked here. So excellent call. As defender, your comms can be very, very useful. All right, so we have the 48-second healer lured onto the main, which is thumbs up. That's right where we want it. But we're going to chance the last healer at 54 seconds. So I'm just getting my poison off there. And the 54-second aggro's onto me, unfortunately. It was a 50-50 shot, so can't be too mad. It's really my own fault. So at this very moment, I'm thinking, okay, I just need to get him trapped right here. He's going to poison me. I need to trap him on this wall if possible so that he'll poison me and re-lure onto the runner. So that's my game plan. I'm a little bit messy, but hey, we actually get it. And you see he lures onto. So I've seemingly fixed this situation. However, I end up misclicking a food onto the main attacker. I think because the cape emote was extending the hitbox a little weird. So we don't finish the healers in time. And this ends up being a very, very unsuccessful wave. It ends at 78 seconds, which is a 12-second time loss. Our goal is a 66-second end, which is very doable if you're just positioned correctly and you're not late like I was. So at this point, I mean, wave 5, we lost 7 seconds. Now wave 7, we've lost 12. That's 19 seconds right there. We actually lost a little bit more than that. So when you look at the end time of this round being a 10:19, you already see that it's no longer possible for us to get a sub 10. But this is really all the time we've lost. The rest of the round is very clean. So going into wave 8, you see we're positioned. It lets us alk. We're doing a 3x alk here. We're going to call, when you're alking, by the way, make sure you call for the defender right away. Just alk, stalk, click to get your movement started, and call right away. Don't delay that. And then I'm going to call Nuff, which just means that the main attacker is going to stall by using Nuff's certificate, which delays the call change by 1.2 seconds or 2 ticks. And it allows me to place 2 good foods on the healer that spawns at 30 seconds. Allows me to take advantage of all of my food, but you see I'm doing the healer slide there. I get 3 on it, and I'm instantly going to put 7 on the 12-second. He starts moving, which is okay. We get a really nice right click there, and we're just finishing our last 3 and moving to put 3 on the 24-second. We're going to repoison the 6-second after 24 seconds. Whew, that was a marathon. And then the last healer is going to spawn, and we're going to do the Nuff tech that I just discussed, and we get 2 on it. So that was a great wave 1. That's exactly what you want to see. With the repoisons, we do a little bit too much here. We do over poison the 32nd, I think. So we're just going to go back and do a 3x restock of our meat with a left click, and we're going to run back up. And there's a few things I'm going to be looking for as I run up. So this is ideal. This is exactly what you want to see. In fast rounds with an advanced collector, they're going to go run over here, and they're going to lure the healer that spawns at 36 seconds. That is this guy right here. So they lure him north of the cannon, and they start shooting red eggs at him. But what happens when you shoot red eggs is you get splash damage on other healers located in close proximity to him. So it's a really great way to spread out the damage. So did I say 36? I don't know, but yeah, 36. He's the 36. And then the 30 is over here. Typically he's going to be lured by like the defender or sometimes the collector. And he's going to be on the east side of the cannon. He might be in this nook. So we over poisoned him. We're just going to put a couple. We're going to run straight up, and we're going to spam down this last guy. I make a small mistake at the end of this wave, and I switch my focus onto the 36 healer, and it did not need it. So I lost a couple ticks there. See, I should have just put 1 more food, but it's okay. So again, positioning the cursor lets us alk, and we are 2x stalking for blue 9. So blue 9, the big RNG check of the round. This will kill your personal best if you do not get this. I mean, you're going to save like 12 seconds probably being conservative if you get this right. So it is huge. But you see, we get blue eggs first, which is awesome. You love to see that. So again, same run up. You click the same tile every time. Lets you get over to the next healer quickly. We're gonna do 2, 3, 4, 5. Dance over and put 2 on him. We're gonna do 6, 7, 8, and then 3 on the fresh spawn. 1, 2, 3. And after 27 seconds, you put your last food. And again, we're using this tile right here because we know we're going to want to wait for the call to change. So that's when I'm clicking on this tile to poison. And we have 3 repoisons to do with 2 spawns. You're going to see one relures onto me, so I see him. I'm going to get the 2 that the collector lured. If you're the collector, after you hit the blue, if you have these spawns on you, do exactly what our collector Apu did here and just split him over to the side. Makes it way, way easier for the healer. So really nice there. I'd expect no less from the legend himself. We're going to do 4x restock here with a left click. And again, I mean, just an absolutely goated team. Lures all of the repoisons down to the horn and separates them with no stacking. This is literally being served on a silver platter. You can't ask for more than that from your team. Really nice job from these guys. Actually, from Big Boy, who lured all 3 perfectly. Dude is an absolute beast. And we're getting a 78, so really nice. And all right, last but not least, we have wave 10, the Queen wave, last wave of the run. You have to do something a little bit different here. You have to hold your cursor 1 tile farther to the east because of the way the room is laid out is different than the other waves. So that's something you have to get used to. We're going to alch and try for the 66 end. I haven't hit it to this day, but you know what? It's okay. You just have to go for it and get your reps in, and you'll hit it eventually. You'll get better and better. So we're going to do 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to run up to trap the 18. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, just in time for the next to spawn. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. The RP was positioned graciously, so we put our last on him. We're calling good and tofu. We're putting 3 on the 6 second. So 1, 2, 3, we're all good. We get an awkward right click there, but it's okay. We're going to restock 5 times and go straight over to the cannon. And we are just going to go through the gauntlet of spam. I really suck at spam, so that's why I have so much trouble with this part specifically. But with the splash from the eggs, we get bailed out a little bit. It ends up being pretty good. I mean, a 69.0, that's awesome. Like, you take those. All right, and hey, if you're getting into BA, even if you're a beginner, you know the egg pass, you know it, you love it. Chad C. Collector is going to pick up the yellow egg and pass it to me. I'm going to dunk it in the poison, give it to the attacker, who is going to spike it, give it to the defender, who dunks it in lava and gives it back to the collector. The healer and the 2A are going to shoot, and the main dupes the egg and forces the wave to end. So, beautiful egg pass. We force the end, and it's a 10-19. So, there it is. You see I'm typing because I'm like, how was that a 10-19? Because after wave 5 and wave 7, I'm thinking, wow, this is not going to be a great round, but just goes to show you never know how the round's going to end. You can always recover it and get as good of a time as possible, because every time you get a good time, you feel that pressure less and less every time you're on a good pace. So it's always a win when you can recover a wave, recover a round, just get as good of a time as you possibly can. But thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed making it. Again, please send me your VODs if you'd like me to look them over. I think the more people that are better at Barbarian Assault, the better world we live in. You can't have enough people playing this game, especially at a high level. It's just so fun. I mean, it's raid 0. It's the first raid. I mean, give me a break. You can't argue with that. But I got a bank video coming out soon, so I'm super stoked to show everyone that. A little account progression. And thank you for watching. This has been Tome of Gems, Tome of Replay Analysis Episode 3.